Welcome. In front of me is a Nubia RedMagic 11 Air, and today I will show you how you can hard reset this device through recovery mode. So before I get started, I want to quickly mention a couple important things. So number one, you can do this kind of reset in order to get rid of a screen lock if you have one set that you don't know. I do have a pattern set for this purpose and that I'm going to proceed later on as though I don't know it. But for now, that's one thing. Number two would be the idea that when you're doing this kind of reset in order to get rid of a screen lock, your device typically does have a Google account signed in the settings under, where is it? Google. There we go, Google. You can see I'm not signed in, so this won't really affect me, but you most likely are. As to download any kind of applications from Play Store, you do need to be signed in. This will matter because when performing this reset, once it's finished and you basically didn't sign out of your account before because you couldn't, because you have a screen lock that you might not know, when going to the setup, you will be forced to verify either the screen lock or the Google account that was signed in on this device. And if you can't provide one of those, then you won't be able to finish up the setup. Therefore, you will be stuck on the setup screen with basically a fancy brick. So that's one more thing. And lastly, when performing any kind of reset of your device, all data will be deleted. Now, if you can access the home screen of your device, then you can back it up. If you can't, there's not really much I can help you with. But if you can, I'm going to show you a couple different ways you can back up your data in case you want to. If you don't, feel free to skip forward by like 5 minutes. So I'm going to be showing you a couple different ways of going about it. One would be through Google, and a couple different ways that one would be through the Nubia themselves, and some other ones as a suggestion. So starting off with the Google one, if you go into the settings, system and update, and then backup, I'm not signed in, but in here you'll be able to back up your data to Google. You can use this, although I would probably recommend against it. The reason I recommend against it is because Google as a backup is just a way for you to give away your personal data for Google to monetize with a little bit of like a dangling, a little treat that you will be able to access some of it and restore it, but in reality it's horrible. And the idea of sharing your data with Google for them to monetize and having such a limitations that they impose on this basically defeats the purpose of it. So some of those limitations, for instance, photos and videos that you have on your device, you can only upload about 15 gigabytes of them. You're not actually backing up your device, even though this is called a backup in here. You're not backing it up. You're basically creating a cloud copy of it on Google Cloud. And then the restore portion of this backup is basically when you're sign into your account and you can access all of this data from the cloud. That's the restore. For instance, photos and videos, you're limited to, I believe it's 15 gigabytes, which is the default storage of your Google account, the cloud storage. Anything past that, Google ignores. For instance, things like applications, it knows what applications you downloaded on this device as long as they came from Play Store. If they came from, for instance, I don't know, GitHub, Google basically closes their eyes and pretends that not our circus, not our monkeys. And with this, obviously, any kind of application that is outside of Play Store gets left behind. As a backup, that's pretty shit. And furthermore, if, for instance, you were hoping to back up some kind of application like maybe Yuzu Emulator for, some Switch emulations or some other things, right? So that originally was on Play Store, let's say. I don't actually know if it was or not, to be honest, but let's assume that it was. And Nintendo came around swinging their meat and, sending out lawsuits. So the developers of this emulator had to remove it from Play Store. Now you supposedly created a backup of it. Well, the backup is done in a way that Google basically knows that you had this application installed on this phone and it came from Play Store. So when you're restoring this data, re-download that application from Play Store. That's basically what the phone will do. But if said application doesn't exist in Play Store anymore, too freaking bad, you're not restoring anything. So that's pretty great as a backup, right? Which is subject to change depending on if an application exists or not. And I thought that the purpose of backing it up is so I can back up the physical data of the application that I own right now and then have access to it regardless what happens to it on official places later on. But I guess I have a different definition of backing up. So that's why I recommend skipping this altogether, because it's absolutely horrendous. And Nubia does have their own backing up software, which is right somewhere here. Oh, where the hell is it? Let's see. Ah, there we go. Phone Switch. So that's what you're looking for, Phone Switch. This is a general application that is designed to help you move into Nubia devices. And if you have an older device, or well, if you're resetting this one, let's just say that you want to create a backup of this. So there's two different ways you can do this. Depending on what the other device would be, you can either use this or some other application that you download on this device. So if you're resetting this phone and will continue using it, you can grab an old phone that you have lying around, whatever brand it is. So let's just say it would be a Samsung phone, right? If it's a Samsung phone, Samsung has its own version of this kind of application. Now on Samsung, this is called Smart Switch. For instance, Oppo, Realme, Vivo, and OnePlus have Phone Clone. Xiaomi has a Mi Mover. So you would need to download whatever brand's application onto this device that you would be moving the data onto whatever the other older phone is. And the same thing can be done if you're moving to a new phone. So if this is a new one, you would do the same thing. You would use this application if the other device is also a Nubia RedMagic or any other Nubia, ZTE basically. And no matter if this is old or new device, obviously once you move the data to it, you will have data stored on this phone physically. And from there, we can just kind of go backwards. So if this is old device, you can just put it in a shelf whenever you need to access this data and restore it. It's always kept on this device, so you can just kind of later on, once you need it, again, download on this phone, in this case, this application, the Phone Switch, and connect these phones together and then move again data from this phone back to this one. So the idea here with these kind of messing about with these applications is wherever the data is located, companies like for instance Nubia will help you move to their device using their own application that they needed to develop, but they're not going to allow you to use the same application to move away from their device. Even though we do have old and new right here, if you download the same application on the other device that isn't a Nubia, you will only have the option that is an older device. So that's why you need to kind of interchange the applications depending on if you're moving from or to it. But you can still do both ways. You just need to use two different applications for this, and both of them will do the exact same thing. The purpose is the exact same of those. So with that out of the way and your device backed up, hopefully now we can proceed further. So let's turn off our device, and it looks like I took a little bit more than 5 minutes. So when it's on the lock screen like so, you can hold your power button and you will have boot options show up. So from here we're just going to select power off. This will turn off the device, and when it's off, you want to hold power button and volume up at the same time. Let go of the power button when you have the RedMagic visible on the screen. And this takes us to the recovery mode. Now in here, touchscreen doesn't really work, so we need to use volume buttons for navigation. So press volume down a couple times, or well, just one, to select wipe data, and then confirm it with the power button. Then confirm again with the power button factory reset. And we're going to select up, reset, confirm, data wipe complete. So now we can go back to previous page and then confirm the reboot system option. Now this will reboot the device, continue resetting in the background, which will take roughly about a minute, maybe even less, to finish up. Well, once it's completed, we will be presented with Android setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible for me. And as you can see, this was pretty quick. Now, like I mentioned before, when resetting this device in order to get rid of a screen lock, you probably will see a little lock right here somewhere. That means that your device is FRP locked, and you now need to connect to network and either provide the screen lock or the Google account to unlock it and finish up the setup. Now, I want to give you a little bit of a heads up. If you don't know either one of those, there's actually a chance that you could be able to unlock it through one of those like GSM stores, which usually offer, used devices where you have like them in a window. Those tend to offer these kind of unlocking services at a small fee. Before, you could have done that at home without any kind of tools, but since Google patched up everything that I know of, I no longer record these videos, as it can't be really done for free anymore. So you will have to probably check out these stores, though this is not guaranteed that they will be able to unlock it. But if you're out of options, you could check it out. Now, anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.